welcome back. Today is the first day of week 4 of the Kit Create collab. I'm releasing my videos on Monday, and then every day of the week there's a different creator releasing their videos. We are on week 4, and I'll talk more about this at the end, but I'm just going to jump in right now. So welcome back. I am working on 3 journals at the same time. And what I'm going to do today is I have all my pages sort of picked out, and I'm going to kind of arrange the pages in the journal and then decide where I want to put pockets. So I have all kinds of goodies here to make pockets out of. So the first thing I'm going to do is sort of just talk through how I'm going to arrange my pages inside each journal, and then just double check my page numbers to make sure I have as many pages as I want. So here's my first cover, and I just kind of have to decide what I want the front to be, and I like this because there's more pattern on it. So this is going to be the front of my journal. I will add something here at the end most likely, but then I kind of just have this big pile of pages here. I have some scrapbook paper that I didn't include in the kit, any scrapbook paper. Most of us have cardstock, and so I didn't feel the need to like go out of my way to add that to the kit when it is a little bit harder to ship if it has 12 by 12 paper in it. So I decided to just not worry about that. I know I had this one picked out to be the center page, I think. Yes, because that doesn't have a cool picture. That one doesn't have a picture that I wanted in the center. I like to put a picture in the center. Here's another scrapbook paper. So I have 5 scrapbook paper. I have 5 kind of specialty papers. I have my center page, and I have 5 more plain papers. So I personally kind of have a formula for how I put my journals together, and what I'll do is I'll go through my pile and I'll pick. So I actually have 6 specialty papers, so then if I'm like worried about it, I might slip this one into the like plain papers, but the formula is more of like to help me than anything. So I always decide what I want to be the first page in my journal and what I want to be the middle page in my journal, and then I go from there. So I think I want this one. I like the way that looks next to each other. So this is going to be my first page, and this is going to be my middle page. So I start with scrapbook paper, and then I'll do something plain or dyed, because this is double-sided. If it was single-sided paper, then I would put, like, because it's double-sided, it doesn't matter as much, but when it's single-sided, like this one, I'll take this and I'll nestle something like this inside, and then I'll do the plain paper, because then every spread has something with a pattern, and I'll repeat that pattern. But right now I have double-sided paper, so I have to do it a little differently, so I'm kind of winging it. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes, because it's not gonna follow the like formula that I usually follow, because I have a much bigger variety of pages, and I have double-sided paper, which I don't usually have double-sided papers. But I do like to change up the textures and the sizes of the pages and mix things up, and like I might put this one here because that's a very little page, and then this is like a medium height page, and then I'll put in a tall, like a full-size page, because then when you are flipping through, it's going to have this nice like layering. Now I'm not going to worry too much about lining them up in this direction, because I will be going through and adding things. I still have to sew on like ruffles and things, so I'm going to put this one there, and then I'm going to put this one here, and I'm going to put that there. And I don't want these two next to each other, so then I have to put this one next, and then this one. And then this one in the center. And this is definitely a more plain journal. Now, this page is sticking out too far, so I am going to go in and just give it a little trim. And my paper cutter is in the other room. So I could use scissors, or I could use just a ruler to tear it. But I'm going to use scissors, and I'm just going to cut along this like blue strip here. It doesn't have to be perfect because it's a junk journal. And then this is going to slip in here. And so then we will have that, this one, and this is definitely a more plain, more simple journal, and I don't think I'm going to be adding very much lace or ruffles or anything. I have a pocket page that I will sew, and I will put one more pocket on, there was one more scrapbook paper that I wanted. I will put one more pocket on this paper. On probably just on the inside, I'll do a pocket here and here. So I will need to make a pocket for that, or get a pocket for that. Just a minute. Okay. Dropped my scissors, got my scissors, we're all okay. I think I want to use a scrap of this fabric for the pockets. And I'm wondering if I should do a belly band from a strip of this. I think I will. I think I like that. I will back this onto some paper. And I wonder if I tear it, will it tear down along the buttons? Yes. Okay. So I have this, and I'm going to just cut it there. And then just ruffle it a bit. I have been working a lot lately. I'm actually recording this the day before I'm supposed to put it up on YouTube, so I'm a little bit behind. I was hoping to have these, pre-filmed pretty well, but I'm definitely a little bit behind, and I'm pretty tired. All right, I think I want this and this, because I don't want to repeat any of, see how this was the same one and this is the same one, so I don't want to repeat any. So I will attach these to some scrap paper or some book page. Okay, so one kind of pocket that I like to do is just a book page pocket, where I just take the book page and fold both edges in, and it doesn't have to be to the middle or anything, but then you just have this, and now it's like reinforcing itself. Okay, I'm going to tear this, well, probably just cut this. I'm going to cut this along this edge a little bit, because I do want the book page to show at least a little bit. And then I'll fluff the edges there. And then I think I will cut this as well. And just pull those edges there. So I've been working a lot lately. I talked about it in one of my other videos, but in case you don't know, I picked up a job at Joann Fabrics. I'm there often enough that I'm friends with all the staff, and so they need extra people to help while they're closing, and I signed on to help, and it is exhausting. I'm already full-time stay-at-home mom, and now I have another job where I'm constantly on my feet and constantly moving, and I'm trying to keep up with videos, and if it weren't for the collab, I would definitely be not keeping up with videos the way I'm supposed to be. So I guess that's kind of a good thing. Alright, so this glue stick, I thought I would try it to see if I liked it, and I do not like it. Yeah, I don't think it works very well. I think it does a very bad job in the long term. Like, things seem to peel right back off shortly after I put them on. So I'm gonna sew this down later, so I am not worried about it right now, because the glue stick is not meant to hold anything permanently in this case. So I do not go out and say, oh, she has this glue stick, I'm gonna get that glue stick. Please don't. It's terrible. It's definitely not permanent. I think I want to add just a little, like just a little extra thing, and I think I might ruffle it as well. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on and then ruffle it. So yeah, I'm pretty tired lately. I'm not doing the best job, like focusing on functioning during the day. It's been a lot to just jump into a job like this. I am having a really good time. I am like enjoying working with all these people that I know, that I've become friends with. So that is like a positive, but I'm still really tired. All right, I'm gonna do sort of the same thing, but in the other direction with this book page. And then we have a little bit of book page showing through on either side. We have like a reinforced pocket. I don't have to worry about what the book page text says because you can't see enough of it that I have to like read it and worry about what it says, because sometimes I worry about what books say. So I will have to trim this flat because I should have folded it in the other direction where the flat end, so I could have the flat end and the not flat end. But that's okay. Okay. And then I'm just going to put this one on here. And I'll sew the whole thing so it will all be attached. But right now I'm just going to do a little bit of glue to tack it down temporarily. And try to keep the, you can see a little bit of words at the top and the bottom. Same here, you can see still the patina at the top and some words on the sides, so I think that's really cute. And I am going to square this up with the book page, and I'm going to leave that one hanging over on that side because I like the way that looks. So there's our two pockets for this, and I think I'm happy with that. This is going to be a really simple journal, so I don't want to go too crazy with this one, and I want to kind of save the pieces for the other one. So I'm just going to grab a couple of clips because that's what I have next to me. And I know this is going to be a belly band, but I just want to clip it on the side because then it won't interfere. And then I also, like, because I do this style of journal a lot, I will remember to go through and sew these pockets, so I don't need to clip them or anything. So that's that journal, and that's it. That's all I'm going to do on this one, and for now. And I will do all the sewing off screen because I don't have my sewing machine set up in any way where I can sew on screen. The next journal I have to work on is this one with the layered envelope here. It's still open in the back, so once I bind it, we will be able to still use this as storage if we want. And I'm going to do something here, punch some kind of closure or a button or something so that you can have a wrapped closure. I'll probably use some buttons from the kit. That will be, I think if we're on week 3 or 4. I think I have this video and then one more, so I might have to do a bonus video. In fact, I'm definitely going to do at least one bonus video because I want to do a video with ideas of what to use pattern paper for. So I want to do that. So maybe instead of working on these pockets, because I want to make some pattern paper pockets. I want to make some pockets with the pattern paper. And I want to be able to use those pockets. So I think I'm actually going to switch and work on this cover and then do the next. I don't know. It's hard to think when I'm this tired, honestly. Okay, I'm gonna do this cover right now because I want to make some fancy pockets in a bonus video. So for this cover, I want to find, and it's all these little pieces that came in the kit. I have a butterfly, and then I have some other buttons. And all this, oh, and I forgot about these. I definitely want to use the whale tails, but I can always add those later. Okay, I have some buttons. I have a brad. I have a couple of brads. There should be 2 brads and 5 buttons in the kit. See if I can find my second brad in here. I kind of just tossed everything. There it is. All right, and then we also have 3 paper flowers that are flat. And then some more 3D flowers, but I don't think I want those right now. So I have some paper flowers, and I have a lot of ribbons and laces and things that came with the kit. And I think I want to use the one that I tied my kit with. So I think I want to use this to be the closure, but I'm not sure that that matches as well as I want it to. We'll see. All right. So here's my cover. If I use this one, am I gonna like the way that looks? I'm not sure. I also could use, I'm not sure it'll be big enough though, if I use a piece of this. I'm not sure it'll be quite big enough. I do also have some twine, I think. Again, I'm not sure what's going to be big enough. I don't think I want to use the ribbons because I just don't want to. So let's see. Yeah, these aren't long enough. I don't think. Because the green would look good, actually. If it was long enough. It just has to attach here and wrap around. It's not quite long enough. And the gray piece is the same. All right. And then, sorry, this is probably noisy. And I have a few scraps from the cover, but I also don't think those are big enough at this point. I think they're just small scraps. So we will use, put that in there, scraps. We will use this one, which I think looks good with the spool. I'm probably gonna put something here, some sort of, I think, collage. I know I have a lot more pieces in this kit to work with. So what I want to do is attach this here and then have it so it comes around and loops around a button. I think. I'm so torn. I have to stop for a second and think about what I want to do. Okay, I've come to a decision. I'm going to use the twine, but instead of having it loop all the way around, I'm going to put 2 buttons here, and I'm going to create one of those like policy envelope closure type things. So it'll go like that around 2 buttons, and I think that will be super cute. So for the buttons, I want this green button, and I believe I think I want this one, but I think I want to swap them. So the red stands out there and the green stands out here. And I think I like that. I could put them up a little higher, but I think I want to center them. What do we think? I need opinions today, and obviously no one can give me their opinion. Okay, I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna just sew through and sew through here. This is the pocket part, so if I put the button on the flap and I put the button here, it will not matter. I'm going to take this Sharpie and just make a dot, but I think I want to try to center it. All right, I want to put one here and one here. All right. Then I'm going to grab what is typically my binding kit. It has just all the stuff I need to bind, including a smaller awl. That's probably better. But I'm not sure I'll need to use the awl. We'll see. Okay. So I should have a thinner needle in here. Okay. And then I think to sew the button on, I think I want to just use some, see if I have any. I keep pieces that are too small for binding in that kit, and so I think this brown one will look really good. It'll blend in sort of on the inside, and I think that will work. And hopefully I can get that onto this needle. We'll see. Okay, that worked. Yay. Okay, so I'm gonna start here with the red button. And I'm gonna just line up. You might not be able to see, but I can actually see through the hole in the button to see the red dot. So I'm gonna line the top hole of the button up. I'm going to go through here and poke a hole, and then go here and poke a hole. And then try to go up this way, hopefully. Yes, okay, perfect. And try to get that. I could use my awl, but I don't want to make any bigger of a hole than I need to. It is going through a lot of layers though, including like a layer of paper. So I think I might need to use my awl, but I don't want to poke the hole too big. So I can see one of the holes here, and I'm just gonna make it a little bigger, and then I can see, I think the other hole, yep, is right there. Just enough to get through all the layers of the envelope is what's being kind of problematic because it's paper, but like really thick paper. All right, there we go. And then I want to pull it through a lot of the way, but not all the way. And then I have to try to find that other hole that I made. Thankfully, I have some room to work right now. There we go. And then once I pull it, it should straighten the button out the way I need it to be. And it is not. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to make sure I have a pretty decent tail back here. And then I'm going to go back through it at least one more time, maybe two, just to make sure that that stays on, because that is going to be what's holding the journal closed. So if the journal starts to get chunky, it will need a little extra reinforcement. So I'm going to just make sure that's nice and tight in there. Plus I like the look of like a sewn button. It adds a little bit more texture and interest. Okay, I'm going to tie this and then I'll trim it. It'll just be easier, I think. And I'm probably gonna, well, I'm definitely gonna double knot. I think I'll try it, triple knot it. And then I'm just gonna snip, leave a little bit of a tail so it doesn't come undone. All right, and then I have to attach the other button, which is going through because it only has the flap of the envelope instead of 2 layers of envelope. It's going through not quite as many layers, but I'm still think I'm gonna poke it because it is going through a lot of different things. 2 layers of fabric and the envelope, and that had the sticky from the envelope on it. So go through my top hole, drop my button, go through my bottom one, leave a tail, go through the top hole, find my bottom hole. All right, and then I want to make sure, which it's not like laying straight, I want to make sure the whole thing is straight and exactly where I want it to be. And then I want to go back. Sorry, precision work is hard to show on camera because I'm trying to get it where I can see it and also where you can see it, and that is not easy. All right. Back through this way. And I'll loop it 3 times again, I think. And I like the way this is turning out. Now, I do want this here, so I do have to make sure that this goes underneath, and I think I want to just do that before I tie the knot in the, so I'm just going to tie a knot here, and then I'm going to make sure these are nice and tight. Take that off so I can stop poking myself because I'm done now. And then tie the knots here, and I left this end a little bit shorter than was probably convenient, but I can still do the knot. Just easier if you have a longer tail. Knot. All right. Snip. Perfect. Okay, and then I always immediately put my needle away, otherwise I will lose it. So we have this now, and we can trim the end of that up to the button, and then it can go like, because if we loop it around, it won't go all the way around, which is fine because this leaves more room for expansion, and we don't even have the pages in yet. So now you can do a policy kind of closure however you want. I tend to avoid closing journals like this because I struggle to get it right. But you know, it works. It can go around any number of ways, and once the pages are in there, it'll be easier because this will be like bulkier and more fluffed up. Okay, so I've done the closure on this journal. I'm happy with that. This journal, which I did the pages for, I'm just gonna tie with a ribbon. Typically, when I do these really simple journals, they grow a lot when they're used. They get really like bulky if you fully use them. So I usually just put like a loose ribbon with them. This one has this policy closure, and then the big one, typically when I do my big book journals, I don't give them a closure. I'll include like a ribbon or something with them, but I don't typically make a closure. So I'm at 33 minutes, and I think what I'm gonna do, I think I'm going to probably just arrange the pages in this journal and then wrap up for the day. I'm going to do a bonus video of ideas with pattern paper, and that video will include me making pockets and like different kinds of things that I can add to my journal. So I don't want to like map out my pockets for this journal yet because I will be making more and I want to see what they look like before I, you know, decide where to put them in the journal. All right, so I have quite a few pieces of scrapbook paper here, and then I have this plain green, and I have a couple of like novelty pages. This is an envelope that I attached to this giant card, and this is this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I have 15 pages. And if I remember, yes, I wanted to use this as the center. And I think I'm going to use this as the center, and then I'm going to put this big green paper here because I think I just like the way that looks. It frames it really nicely. And then we're going to do some nice layering here. And I think I kind of want to do like a plain paper well, what did I do here? All right, I think I want to do plain and then what do I want for the first inside page? I like to do scrapbook paper as the first page because I really like having a strong piece of paper. I think I want to do the strawberries as my first page. I like having a strong piece of paper as the first page. It makes binding it just a lot easier. All right, so I will do this one. And then I will do a plain paper and this one to get something a little fancy in there. And then I will do this green and then I think this one and this one, which this is going to open up onto something. Okay, so then I don't want to do that. I think I want to put this and then have this so that it opens like this and frames that when it's closed. And then we'll do this one and this and this. And I will be adding quite a bit to these pages, I think. We'll see, because we are running out of time for the challenge. Because it is only 4 weeks of creating, which is only 4 videos. And it is rapidly, because this is week 4. So I only have one more like creating and then it's the flip throughs. So I will do a couple of bonus videos before we get to the end. But here is my pages for this journal. And it doesn't matter if they're all lined up perfectly, which I have to keep reminding myself because I will be adding to them. But if you want to see, it's going to kind of look like that. It'll be fluffed out a little more. But here's what this one looks like. So I'm just going to put a clip somewhere that won't wrinkle too much to hold everything. Okay, so here's this. It's really cute, I think. I'll have to make a front piece for it. And then this one, I have a lot of work to do on this one. And I think I might just finish this whole journal in a separate video. So I think what I'm going to do is do the bonus video for like things. And when I say pattern paper, I have this. It's this big. It's huge from my pattern. And most of the patterns come with an insane amount of pattern paper. Not always in a big chunk, but often in a big chunk. And if you look at my pattern that I'm working with, it's the piece for this giant shawl here. So because I have that, I have an idea to do a video of like as many ideas. I think I can find 10, but I'm only up to 8. So if you have ideas for how to use sewing pattern paper, please leave me a comment. I would love to hear your ideas. I think I'm only up to 8, so I'll know the number when I make the video. But I'm going to be making a few things in that video, including pockets and different kinds of embellishments that I can add. So I think I'm going to make a bonus video for pattern paper. And then I think I'm going to make one more video just focusing on this journal to finish it. And then my week 5 video will be binding and showing off the embellishments for these 2 smaller journals. So that's my plan. It might change. I don't know. I'm really tired. My brain doesn't really work anymore because I have a lot going on. I have so many jobs. And and it's a little overwhelming, but it's like I'm thriving, but I'm exhausted. So this is the Kit Create Collab, the March Junk Journal Challenge, hosted by me, Dawn, at Emerald Mama's Creations. You get a video every Monday through Saturday. A couple of people are posting bonus videos. If I find or am told about a bonus video from any of the collaborators, I am adding it to the playlist. So if you want to make sure you're not missing anything, do check the playlist, because I know a couple of people have already posted some extra videos. I'm posting a couple extra videos next week. So yeah, if you want to make sure you're not missing anything, follow all these creators and check out the playlist. You can also search on YouTube, Kit Create Collab, the hashtag, and that will lead you to everybody that has used the hashtag, which might include other people that are playing along as well. There are still kits available. Go grab one while they're still there. I did make quite a few kits. And follow me, because I will be making kits like this again. I don't know how soon, but I'm definitely planning to make more this summer. And I'm really excited. I have some really fun themes, and I can't wait, and I hope you can't wait. So thank you for watching. Thank you for following, and check out tomorrow is Kentucky Krafter. So check out her video tomorrow. And follow Kentucky Krafter and Raven Vintage and DearJulieJulie and BlackWhisperCrafts and Cindy A. Lewis and myself. Follow us to get all the rest of our videos. And all the channels that are participating and the playlist and my Etsy shop where you can buy these kits, they're all linked below. So please check that out if you're interested in seeing what else is going on in the collab. Thank you for watching, and hopefully when I come back with my next couple of videos, I'll be a little bit more put together. Thank you, everybody. Goodbye.